What's good, you guys? So today I'm going to show you guys how I swapped the valve cover on my E85 Z4. It's not going to be a full in-depth video, but I'll show you guys how I did it. So the first two things you have to remove are the two engine covers, the one on the left and the one in the middle. And then you guys can disconnect and pull out the ignition coils. Yeah, that does look nasty, bro.
First one too.
God damn, yeah, that does look disgusting. So the next thing you guys are gonna want to do is remove your ignition harness, and it's just clipped in. So now that you pretty much have everything out of your way, you could just loosen all the 10mm bolts along the valve cover, and yeah, just pull it off. And it's out. How to get a valve cover out in 10 minutes. Good shit.
That's really good. Little service right there.
Yeah, it looks good. She's mint.
This side seems to be like this side, but this side.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Probably use RTV too.
I'm supposed to use our TV on this side, not this other side. It's just old.
You think that's OEM?
Yeah.
From 2003?
Bro, 2003 right there.
That's a 2003 valve cover for y'all. Oh my god, that shit looks disintegrated. Put that on like it's a chain, bro. This looks mint. Put your finger the right way.
Yeah, she's confusing. Cap, it's gotta be like that.
I just want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, MD Logic Health. I've been using their men's multivitamin for the past couple months, and they have really good organic products, and it's been working well for me. So I recommend you guys check them out. Use code RNR10 for 10% off your order. Let's get back to the video. So at this point, my boy Josh, shout out JackedUp335 on Instagram, I was just making sure the valve cover is properly sealed before we reinstall it onto the car. So these older BMWs are prone to oil leaks no matter if you do the gaskets or not. So just to have some extra safety, we're putting some RTV sealer around the entire gasket just to be safe. So So this is what the OEM valve cover gasket looked like from 2003, and as you guys can see, it's super brittle and super fucking clapped. So when you guys are reinstalling the valve cover, just be careful that the gaskets are secure so they don't fall out, and then it's a whole headache to put them back on the valve cover again. So these are pretty much all new grommets for every bolt on the valve cover. Now we're just putting back every bolt before we tighten them back up so they're all in place. So once we got all the bolts in, we were looking to see what order we should tighten the bolts in, because usually there's like a pattern in which way you should torque the bolts. I couldn't really find anything until I came across this E86 forum, and basically it says to start in the middle and work your way out to tighten them. So basically that's what I did, and the torque spec was in between 6 to 8 pounds. So I forgot to tell you guys, all the bolts around the valve cover are 10 millimeters, and the ones in the middle by the spark plugs, I believe, are 8s. So basically, once you have all the bolts tightened on your valve cover, you can clip back in your ignition harness, and then you can put your ignition coils back in and connect them back up to the harness. And then once you do that, you can put the engine cover back on, and it's secured by 2 bolts.
Right. And your car has a low mileage motor too. Your motor was swapped, right?
120,000 miles.
It's not bad at all.
The engine has 30 less than the car.
So once you put your oil cap back on, pretty much you just have to put the other little engine cover back on. It's just 2 bolts. And yeah, once you do that, you're done. You guys have swapped your valve cover. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.